Hi, I do want to talk about one Christian organization that actually I think stands above the rest and is very incredible what they have accomplished. And it is CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network. And as I say in my previous videos, a lot, and it's not from me, a lot of the Christian leadership since 1954 has actually, because of the Johnson Amendment, has failed in their duties. But CBN is one of the organizations that I always go to. It's one of the few. Uh, Pat Robertson has built an incredible organization, and a lot of churches do charity and do great charity, but charity on its own is not enough. If you just physically feed people or physically clothe them, and you don't spiritually feed them with the truth and the knowledge, as the scriptures talked about, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So people need knowledge, maybe even more than the physical. And that is one thing that we totally lacked, information, knowledge, in the Eastern Bloc behind the Iron Curtain. And then when you come here and you expect something different, I mean, I was listening to Voice of America and Free Europe to get some information, some knowledge from the other side under the threat of going to prison. And then you come here and the churches totally failed in their duty, talking about the daily life, not just with your children and with your spouses or with your job, your daily struggles, but about what's going on in the world, what's going on in the political, what's going on in the social life, what's going on in the educational life. I mean, just pretty much totally failed because of the Johnson Amendment, didn't want to get involved in politics. But Pat Robertson, since I started understanding English in the early 90s, when I escaped the second time, late 80s, he was my go-to, and he still is, that he's not afraid. He has taken a lot of flack for talking about issues that other Christian leaders or Christian organizations will not touch with a 10-foot pole. And it's very encouraging. And he was doing Christian news. And I remember in the 90s when he had the News Watch, it was, very short. And I'm like, talking to Pat through a TV, Pat, you need to do more, at least an hour a day, or, like the, CNN and everything, 24 hours. So Christians are fed with the biblical worldview, with putting in perspective what's happening, how it matches with the scripture, and giving people explanation. And CBN, of course, at the leadership of Pat Robertson, I mean, did that. I mean, expanded News Watch, and then expanded CBN News, and then you have Jerusalem Dateline, and there's another one that leaves my mind right now. But he's been involved in so many things, and I want to thank him. I want to thank him, and I want to thank the whole CBN organization, and actually everybody I ran into, not too many, but few people I ran into from CBN. The other thing that was very different to me, I have met, when it comes to the media, people from other Christian organizations that really were not nice. They have two personas, one in private when they see that you are nobody, like me, the way they treat you, and then the one they present to the world. And you could just feel the different spirit when it comes to people at CBN, humble and nice, and where there's credit is due. And so I really want to give them thank you, because they helped me a lot in my life, where I could go to some news and see what's going on, and from a biblical perspective. And so I encourage you to support them, to watch them, make them even bigger. They're doing great things, and I do thank all of them. And as I said, he has taken a lot of flack, and that's why when you do right, the Bible promises you will live a long, healthy, prosperous life. And look at Pat, how, I mean, his mind and his body, everything, how it just works at his age. It's not a coincidence. Been faithful, and you know, sometimes we don't understand. Even Pat wasn't, sure about. I heard him once when he was talking how he ran for president and he didn't win, that he didn't understand. We don't need to understand. We just need to follow God's will. And it's evident all over what CBN does, that they follow God's will, and God blesses it. So thank you, CBN. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Gordon, Chris Mitchell, all of the people that have part in the work CBN does. God bless you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and click on the notification bell.